So the point is, it's like trans people don't all think the same. There's going to be nuance in these views. And instead of saying you must be expunged from history and you're a hate monger, I might go, well, maybe let's just have a discussion about this. Let's listen to this.
Please go check out rebelstoreZA.com. Their winter range is now available. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Real Moments. Real Moments are clips from videos or interviews that I think you might find interesting. I know some of you may not have the time to watch the full hour-long video or interview, so I thought these Real Moments can also double up as a bit of a teaser, if you will. And who knows, maybe if you enjoy this clip, you might want to watch the full video. Links to the full video or interview are always in the description below. Also, if you want to donate to the show, there's a link in the description for you to do just that. You can now contribute to the show for as little as 40 Rand a month via debit order. Also, there are now some exclusive perks if you're a member. T's and C's apply. This is only available through Quicket. Or you can visit my website for various options on how to contribute to the show. Donations are not a must, but they're greatly appreciated and go a long way to supporting the channel. And of course, subscribing is always free. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, here is your real moment. Some people are saying like, well, maybe it is hate speech to have a different opinion. What do you say to that?
Yeah, so I'm very, very concerned about us watering down hate speech. As I said, I think you can talk about a broad category of, let's say, offensive speech or disreputable speech. But I think hate speech must be seen as narrow. The thing with hate speech is it has a certain kind of valence, right? We think about hate speech and we think about Rwanda, we think about people being hacked to death. You think about Nazi propaganda and people being pushed into ovens. If we lower the threshold of what counts as hate speech, but we keep the level of moral disdain up, we've got a mismatch, and that's a danger. So if we just turn everything into hate speech, and I mean, to give you an idea of how our norms have shifted, I think there are things that people said 2 years ago that would have been seen as quite progressive and are now deemed as deeply hateful. So, for example, if as a woman you said, I think it's really important that women have spaces that are their own, and that for women's shelters and women's prisons, that it's important that male bodies are kept out of those spaces. You said that 2 years ago. I think that would have been seen as a banal thing to have said or a progressive thing to have said. Saying that kind of thing now is seen as immensely transphobic, right? So that seems like a problem, right? Surely there's a question to be asked, there's a discussion to be had. Maybe the argument resolves the other way, maybe people can be persuaded, but to say you cannot have the conversation or merely holding that view, amounts to hate speech just strikes me as a problem. I think these things are very nuanced. I mean, think about, in California at the moment, there's going to be a recall election to remove their current governor, Newsom. Okay, and the Republicans are going to be fielding an interesting candidate in the form of Caitlyn Jenner. Okay, so Caitlyn Jenner would be the first transgendered governor of California, right? I mean, the kind of thing the left love that stuff. I mean, how many times have you heard of first person of color to have won an Oscar or Grammy, or whatever it is, right? What's the response to Caitlyn Jenner? They're not so wild about it because, one, she's a Republican. Two, she's come out with a complicated position on trans athletes. So, Caitlyn refers to herself when Bruce Jenner won Olympic gold, she'll say, when I was Bruce Jenner, I won Olympic gold as a man. Okay. And has recently come out saying that, trans men, in other words, people who were born women and have become men, shouldn't be competing. Trans women shouldn't be competing among women. That's her claim. So, in other words, if you were born a man, have become a woman, you shouldn't be competing against cisgendered women. It's unfair, is what she says. Okay. So the point is, it's like trans people don't all think the same. There's going to be nuance in these views. And instead of saying you must be expunged from history and you're a hate monger, I might go, well, maybe let's just have a discussion about this. Let's listen to this. So I run a philosophy show on YouTube with Jason Werbelov. And on brand of that, we've had like 50 guests, and we on purpose disagree with our guests. We try and disagree as much as we can because we think that is the best way to find out what's actually true. That if we're all just nodding along and saying, oh, that's so wise and that's so brilliant, how much progress are you going to have? If I feel like I've had a really good episode when the guest says to me, I haven't thought about that objection before, and maybe I might need to revise my position. Like, that is a beautiful moment for me. I'm like, we have together furthered knowledge. Like, we are trying to shift paradigms here. Like, that is what you want. You want people to disagree, and you want to disagree in the right way. We disagree politely. I mean, I've had people across the political spectrum on my show. I've had guys who are extreme libertarians to extreme like anarcho-communists. And we speak very civilly, and I can say, I think you're totally and utterly wrong on this, but we can do so politely.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was your real moment. This is your second reminder to please subscribe to my channel. Please like and comment below. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this content, please share it with friends and family. Also, check out the Joe Emilio Show Telegram channel. It's a channel, not a group, so you won't be bombarded by weird memes and information. It's really just a notification channel for you to be notified of all my upcoming uploads and live streams. Link is in the description. You can also watch more of my content here or here, somewhere in this general area. Just check it out. You might like it. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe, be kind to one another, and I'll see you at the next one. Cheers.